Who are you? I don't mean your name, but who or what do you identify as? You can probably give several different answers to that question about identity. This video is about the development of identity, a topic of developmental psychology. My name is Jouni Vilkka and this is my channel, TFF Teacher from Finland. Click the like and subscribe buttons now. Identity can be defined as a conscious story of the self. It is based on classifications like gender, sexual orientation, age, ethnicity, religion or other ideology, nationality, occupation, one's own sports team or a fan group or other group of some kind. There are different types of identity. For example, social identity is shared with other people. Cultural identity involves being a member of a culture or nationality, or so-called race. Gender identity is an internalized idea of gender and gender role. One can have many identities at the same time, but they all form a general identity, an understanding of what one is. Age, for example, forces us to change our understanding of ourselves. There are undeniable changes in our physical bodies that we just have to accommodate in our identity, either because we are no longer children, or because we are starting to lose the abilities and even body shape that we used to have for a big part of our lives. Or we might realize that we can no longer take for granted our ability to manage in everyday life. Adolescence usually includes insecurity, and the importance of being a member of some group is heightened. External factors, especially the feedback from our friends, are very important for us. The development of personality is not yet finished at this stage, and we are still seeking ourselves. Adulthood is the longest stage of life. We are usually at our most productive in middle age. It at least used to be the case that most adults would have a job and their careers would be at a high point in middle age as well. For many, that is the best time of their lives, although young adulthood tends to be most idolized in Western media. Most people also used to let their jobs or professions define them, and losing a job in that situation can be tough. One might re-evaluate one's life for other reasons as well, but it seems that the so-called midlife crisis that you probably heard of is not very common. Growing old forces us to let go of things like health, being in top athletic shape, and occupation, which may until retirement have been a defining feature for most. Marriages may end one way or another, and other kinds of loss will be experienced as well. Even friends and acquaintances are becoming ever fewer because not all survive to old age. This reminds us of our own mortality, which can be stressful. It can influence how we see ourselves and our place in the world. James Marcia designed a theory about the development of identity in the 1960s. The idea in this theory is that it takes work from the individual to develop a complete identity. This takes years of seeking and experimentation. This usually occurs, at least at first, during one's youth. There are 4 phases in this, although one does not have to go through them in the same order, and it is common to not go through all of them. It is even possible to be forced to rethink one's identity, perhaps even repeatedly, and thus go through some phases more than once. The phases are as follows. Identity diffusion. The person does not have a clear identity. They have not gone through the seeking phase and are not committed to any identity. Foreclosure. The person has simply adopted an identity, copied it, often from one of their parents. That is why they are called role models. The person has not tried different options, but is committed to this one. Moratorium. This is the seeking phase. The person is trying out different options and looking for an identity, but is not fully committed to it. Identity achievement. The person has gone through the seeking phase and is committed to their choices. From a philosophical point of view, the second, foreclosure, seems the least satisfactory situation to me, although I realize some people may feel happy about it. It just seems like dogmatically accepting the received view without critical examination is not exactly the best use of their brains you could expect from a person. There is not much reason to think that an identity that has been adopted this way would be the best in any sense. Even a diffusion, having no identity, seems better in that, at least in that phase, the person is open for new ideas and arguments, and could start seeking an identity. Of course, the bad thing about that phase is that one may be too easily influenced, even manipulated by others. It seems that certain influencers in the manosphere are doing exactly that. In my opinion, one should always be ready to be in the seeking phase, even if at present it seems that one has achieved a good, solid identity. That's all I have to say about identity for now. The next video will be longer. It will be about cognitive development and specifically about the highly influential views of Piaget and Vygotsky. I hope to see you back on my channel soon. Bye for now. If you wish to support my channel, please click thumbs up, subscribe and share my videos. Any comments on the videos would also be welcome.